free.
Well, it's particularly good to see this gentleman aboard a bike again. Odd Fossengen, a rider with the Poole Pirates, of course, in the 1960s and 70s, and he's back with us tonight here in 2003. But Odd, I have to say that you came to Poole in 1968. You speak very little English at the time, and I remember particularly the telegram that you sent, and it said something like, "Me and engines ready." Is that correct?
Yeah, it was something like that. I think it was "me and engines ready," you know. So I was ready to come overnight, you know.
Poole at that particular time were in a very bad spate because, of course, Jotte Nordin had just left the Pirates. He'd gone back to Sweden, and you came in virtually as replacement for him.
I know. I knew afterwards. I didn't know at the time.
But you won the hearts of the Poole faithful here. What was it like, though, to come from Norway to England for the first time?
I really enjoyed it. I really did. Yeah, I didn't know what to expect, sort of, you know, but I remember I came down to Cannon, Richard Middleditch, and stayed with them. And I remember I wrote a card to my family after a few days. I said, whatever happened, if I'll be sent home in a week or two, you know, because I'm not good enough, I really enjoyed coming, you know.
Well, you were good enough, and the Pirates certainly kept you on. And I remember the fans put a petition together to make sure that you stayed here at Poole. Do you recall that?
Yeah, I remember that. Remember that very well, yeah.
So I guess not only did you win their hearts, but they won your heart too.
Yeah, well, exactly, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Now, at that era, of course, it was a time when the Knott family were a big influence on Speedway, and particularly here at Poole. They ran the Poole Stadium and ran Poole Speedway. What was it like to ride for the Knott family?
Very, very good, very good. They were very professional people, you know. They really, you know, you could talk to them, you could deal with them, and it was, they were professional, very professional.
They worked
very, yeah.
They worked very hard at keeping the Poole Speedway going. They put a lot of themselves into it. And unfortunately, we lost Charlie, as you found out when you came back to visit us this year.
Yeah, yeah. Well, actually, we got it, my wife's on the internet, you know, so she usually read the Echo every day in Norway, at home, on the internet.
Of course, Norway is still your home, although at the time, after you rode here, you did marry an English girl, Susan.
Yeah, I married her while I was riding, you know, in, I think it was 72. No, it was before that.
The big success for the Pirates while you were in them, of course, came the following year after you joined in 1969, and it was a league title. And it was achieved really without a massive big star. There was no big number one, but it was a real teamwork effort, wasn't it?
It was, yeah, right through, right all the way through, you know. Mudgee, Pete Smith, Pat Lessing at the reserves, you know, and Frank Shooter. We were all sort of, you know, yeah, fairly good, you know, but no top stars, sort of, you know. So that's what made it, yeah.
I certainly seem to remember that your English came on in leaps and bounds, and I remember you speaking with a bit of a Cockney accent. I think that was a Pete Smith influence.
Could well be, could very well be, yeah.
Maybe it was a cross between the Pete Smith and the Australian of Jeff Mudge.
And Norwegian.
A bit of everything, perhaps. Tell me, though, Odd, winning that in 1969, that must have inspired you, and of course your career went on from there to get better and better.
Oh, it was really unbelievable, really, you know. I mean, I've been watching, following British Speedway from home, you know, long before that, and to be the league champions, you know, and what more can you expect, really? And living off your hobby. That's what my hobby in Norway, you know, motorbikes and actually be living off it as well, sort of, you know, full time. That was a dream, really, you know. Yeah, that's why I'm still here every year.
Well, it's good that you come back to visit the Pirates once a year, and pleased to see that you've done that again tonight. And great to have an opportunity to talk to you. Before I let you go, I know that your career came to a disappointing end in 1974, a very bad leg injury. I think you broke your thigh, and that really kept you out.
Yeah, yeah. And trouble was, he broke again sort of after 4 months. Because the brake hadn't mended properly, so I put a plate in, and that hadn't. So I was walking on the plate, on the actual plate, and then the plate broke. So I had to take that out and put a pin in. But it's been fine. I still got the pin in, but it's been fine since, you know.
But that really did mean that you were not ever going to be able to put a bike, get aboard a bike again.
Actually, I did ride a meeting a year after a Norwegian Pair Championship, which I won with Øyvind Berg. and that was the last time I rode Speedway properly.
And now you still come back, as I say, and visit the Pirates. How does Speedway compare now to what you remember?
Well, we can't really compare it because I haven't. I tried one of these bikes only 4 years ago, you know, and it was a fair difference, I would say. Yeah, but still the same thing, you know. But obviously a bit faster, and yeah, no, it's. I still enjoy it. Yeah, I do. Yeah.
Well, you enjoy it now as a spectator, probably like I did watching you many years ago.
Well, yeah, I do. Yeah. I think it's a nice evening out, you know, to have a look and see what's going on. At least with the bikes, see how the riders. Yeah, I enjoy it. Yeah.
Well, I'm glad that you come back. I hope that you continue to do so for a long time to come.
I will.
And thank you from on my behalf anyway, and I'm sure a lot of our viewers, for the thrills that you served up here in the 60s and 70s. It's been good talking to you.
Thank you very much.